You want to know about this one?
Yes, sir.
This one belonged to my mom's dad. My grandpa owned this one. It's just an M Farmall. The motor still runs. My uncle gave it to me here a while back. It's a Farmall regular. It was set up with this steering arm I was telling you about for cultivators.
But
The number one reasoning behind putting an air front end on these.
Hey, it's Brock here with Rock Hill Farms, and what you're seeing right now are clips from a video I recorded with my good friend Paul Case. He has a gigantic collection of antique Farmall tractors. These clips are out of a video I published about a year ago that's an hour long, where he walked me through all these machines and told me the stories and the history, and it was really pretty fascinating. Personally, I love antique tractors without knowing a lot about them. But there is a huge following and a nostalgia for the old Farmall tractors. So as I walk around the National Farm Machinery Show and see red tractors that say Farmall on the side, I want the story. Starting with, who makes them? Are they any good? And do they still have a connection to the history of the company? If you want to see more of Paul's antique Farmall tractors, I'll put a link to that video in the description. And I'll also put a link to Paul's YouTube channel.
hey, it's Brock here with Rock Hill Farms, and I'm on day 2 out at the National Farm Machinery Show. And today I want to talk about a couple of popular legacy brands that are thought about for other things today, but still make a compact tractor, which is what a lot of you have the most interest in. So when I think of Case, I think of machines like this one. And Case makes a great skid steer. It's this very similar skid steer to the ones made by New Holland because it's the same company. They maintain separate lines, but it's almost the same machine. So as much as I like this machine, it's not what the video is about. Here we've got a 120 horsepower tractor with a round baler behind it. In my part of the world, in southeast Kansas, most farmers are using either John Deere or New Holland. And again, New Holland and Case are going to be very similar machines, and they're going to have a huge dealer network. I have a New Holland dealer really close to me that doesn't sell Case that I'm aware of, and I have a Case dealer close by too. One thing that caught my eye and made me want to make this video is the Farmall name. This is the only compact tractor that Case has at the show, and it's actually branded as a Farmall, and a lot of us have nostalgia for the old Farmall tractors. But this machine is brand new. It just came out in December. It's a 25 horsepower machine. It's got a belly mower. It's got a backhoe. It's got a lot of the same things you're gonna see on other brands of subcompact tractors. Obviously, the two most popular and most sold tractors in America, I would say, are the Kubota BX and the John Deere 1025. For a lot of people with a small property, you know, that's the machine you need, is this subcompact that can do a little bit of everything. And why would you want to get one from Case Farmall instead of one of those two brands? Yeah. The one reason you might consider this machine is it has the same Yanmar engine in the John Deere 1025, but it's also got skid steer quick attach, and I like both of those things. Another factor is that Case has a huge dealer network. And if you like your Case dealer and they're nearby, that's a big selling point.
And to insert a third reason, this machine is going to be a lot less expensive than the John Deere or Kubota alternatives.
And then, of course, you've got the nostalgia of the Farmall name. But with anything, the question is it a good tractor? And just like with the New Holland compact tractors, Case is partnered currently with LS, and this tractor is made by LS. I've used a lot of LS tractors and know that they make a good machine. So you're going to get a very similar product here. But what I just found out from talking to their representatives is that Case is really going to go back into the compact tractor market, and they're going to start producing their own in-house manufactured Case machines. So if you have good Case dealers or you love that Farmall name, there's a lot coming. So keep an eye out. Anyway, let's just find out how this is set up and how the ergonomics are. It's got the 2-pedal system, pretty comfortable height on them. Loader joystick is in an unusual configuration to me. but it's pretty comfortable to operate. It springs back. Never really used a loader with this type of a joystick. I wish I could run it for a minute. But here we've got our throttle. The PTO is up on the dash. It's like another switch for the lights. It's an analog dash. We've got 2-range transmission, low and high, 3-point lever, all large and easy access. 4-wheel drive, 2-wheel drive. I like that lever right there. The fuel fill up here on the fender. For a subcompact, it really feels like I'm sitting up pretty high and have good visibility on the bucket. A lot better visibility on a machine like this than mine. That's a pretty sturdy reinforced bucket. It's folded over edge. You got skid steer quick attach. Small brush guard, but the shape of this is actually going to give you some protection. It's got the mid-mount mower, but it's not a drive-over deck. It looks like the seat rotates to use the backhoe. Let's see if we can rotate that seat. Okay, so it's always an interesting decision by the manufacturer to have one seat that rotates or to have 2 seats. Subcompacts really can't have a separate seat on the backhoe. There's just not enough room. So this one lifts up and then swivels with the lever under the seat. And I'd say it's got some well-positioned and comfortable controls on this backhoe. They're tall levers that come out, so nice range of movement on it. Right here is your manual lockout to hold the boom in position so it doesn't sag. Your controls here for your outriggers. Nice wide feet on this with pads on it.
So as we check out this giant case combine and look at some more clips of Paul's old Farmall tractors, I had a few more thoughts I wanted to share. First is that I'm going to try to set aside a time to go to my local case dealer and get a better look at some of the other Farmall tractors that weren't available to me here at the show. I thought that little subcompact was competitive in the market, and the price seemed to be competitive as well. But something I really didn't mention is that the Farmall case line goes all the way from that 25 horse up through the largest ag tractors, and to my knowledge, all of those are actually still produced by Case. Now, a lot of the information I share from these shows is just the most I can learn in the time that I have, and I hope I don't ever give bad information. But another question I asked is if you could still go to Case to get parts for your antique Farmall tractor, and that answer was a definitive yes. So it's nice to see that support is still out there.
So after looking this machine over, I think I'm going to visit my local Case dealer and see if they have any of the 30, 40, 50 horsepower tractors that I can check out there, because I believe those are made by Case. And I'm interested to see long-term what happens to this line of compact and subcompact tractors. But as far as this model today, seems like a good little machine. Anyway, I appreciate you taking time to watch this video. I'll be putting out a lot more content from the National Farm Machinery Show if you want to check those out too. I'll put links on the screen to a couple more of our videos, and I'll see you next time.